In yesterday class, we discussed about the first part of biological classification, that is up to Protista. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the remaining part of biological classification, that is from fungi. Fungi, according to five kingdom classification proposed by Whitaker, fungi kingdom is the third one after Monera and Protista. This kingdom, fungi kingdom, consists of heterotrophic organisms. This is a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms because this kingdom consists of completely heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic organisms. Those heterotrophic organisms may be saprophytes or parasites. Anyway, those are either saprophytes or parasites. They are heterotrophic organisms only. So that's why this kingdom completely overall consists of heterotrophic organisms only. So this is the unique kingdom with heterotrophic organisms. They are cosmopolitan. Those fungal members are cosmopolitan in distribution. Cosmopolitan distribution means everywhere they are present in different habitats, different places. Particularly, they prefer warm and humid places. Warm and humid places are more suitable for the luxuriant growth of fungi or rapid growth of fungi. Example for those fungi: bread molds, orange rots, mushrooms, toadstools. All these are some common examples of fungi. Likewise, mustard leaves. Mustard leaves develop white spots due to a parasitic fungus. That parasitic fungus is nothing but albugo. Okay, so mustard leaves, white spots are because of parasitic fungus. That parasitic fungus is nothing but albugo. We are going to discuss later in this session only. That is under classification of fungi. Some fungi are the sources of antibiotics. For example, penicillium. Penicillium is also fungi that is producing the antibiotic penicillin. Penicillium species will produce antibiotic penicillin. That is very important in medical field. Some unicellular fungi. Generally, fungi are multicellular filamentous structures, but yeasts are unicellular fungi. They're used to make bread and beer. Bread and beer making yeast also fungi. That is the specific characteristic of those yeasts is they are unicellular. Other fungi cause diseases in plants and animals. Those fungi are known as parasitic fungi. For example, wheat rust causing Puccinia. Puccinia is a fungus that causing wheat rust. Likewise, now only we discussed about the white spots on mustard leaves. That is albugo causing white spots on mustard leaves. That is also a parasitic fungi, cause diseases. Except yeast, fungi are filamentous. Their bodies consist of long, slender, thread-like structures called hyphae. In yesterday class, in that comparative account, we discussed about fungi. Fungi are like a loose sheath or filamentous, filamentous structures. Here mostly they are filamentous, slender thread-like structures. Those slender thread-like structures are known as hyphae. So this entire one is considered as mycelium, and each branch is considered as hyphae. So many hyphae together, a network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Okay. Those hyphae may be cenocytic hyphae or septate hyphae. Here, septate hyphae are mentioned. Okay, that means this hyphae consists of septa or cross walls, and each segment act like a cell. Those are known as septate hyphae. Septate hyphae are generally seen in Ascomycetes members and Basidiomycetes members. Okay, cenocytic hyphae are observed in case of Phycomycetes members. Okay, anyway, cenocytic means these cross walls are septa are absent, and this entire hyphae is like a long tube continuous with that protoplasm and nuclei. So that is known as cenocytic. Cross walls are absent, those are cenocytic hyphae, whereas here this is cenocytic. Here no cross walls, this entire what is that, a protoplasm and nuclei in connection with one another. So that is senocytic hyphae. Here cross walls are present. These are cross walls. Here cross walls are present. If cross walls are present, those are known as septate hyphae. Septate hyphae are seen in the members of fungi. Those members are Ascomystes and Basidiomystes. Okay, these senocytic hyphae are seen in case of the class of fungi, that is Phycomystes. Fungal cell wall is made up of chitin and other polysaccharides, mainly chitin. Chitin is also a polysaccharide. Chitin and other amino acids are present in fungal cell wall. Fungal cell wall. Most fungi are saprophytes. You know very well that is saprophytes. Saprophytes are heterotrophs, one type of heterotrophs. They depend on organic matter from dead substances. Okay, dead substances. They depend on organic matter of dead substances. They release enzymes and they are involved in extracellular digestion. And some fungi are parasites. Some live as symbionts. Some are parasites which cause diseases in case of both plants and animals, whereas some fungi live as symbionts. For example, lichens. Lichens is a mutual association between fungi and algae. Fungi and algae. That is that association is known as lichens. And the association between fungi and roots of higher plants, that association, that symbiotic association is mycorrhiza. So fungi can form two symbiotic associations. Those two types of symbiotic associations are, one is lichens and another one is mycorrhiza. Reproduction in case of fungi, like other organisms, fungi are also reproduced to produce own kind of organisms or to produce next generation. That reproduction is by different means. Those different types of reproductions, different means of reproduction in case of fungi are vegetative propagation, asexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction. Okay. Vegetative propagation is by fragmentation, fission, budding. Okay, these are the three different types of vegetative propagation. Okay, in case of fungi. Fragmentation means cut into that long filament, cut into small fragments, small bits. Each bit develop into a new individual. That is known as fragmentation. Fission means, here the difference between fragmentation and fission. In fragmentation, there is an irregular fragmentation, cutting, whereas in case of fission, that is the regular one. That fragmentation is a regular one, and small structure or small component is formed from that vegetative filament. That is known as fission. Here, in case of budding at one end, a small protuberance or nodule-like structure is developed. That is, time to time after maturity, that bud is detached. Okay, bud is a small protuberance or node-like structure that after maturity, that bud-like structure detached and that developed into a new organism. So these are three different types of vegetative propagations. Whereas asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction also takes place by different means. Those different means of asexual reproductions are conidia, sporangiospores, and zoospores. Conidia, sporangiospores, and zoospores. These are the different means of asexual reproductions in case of fungi. Conidia or conidiospores, they are developed on a special structure known as conidiophore. Conidiophore is a stalk-like structure. On that stalk-like conidiophore, a small fragment is formed externally or exogenously, and those are detached. And they act as conidia or conidiospores. Whereas in case of sporangiospores, inside the sporangium, inside a vessel-like structure, spores are developed. After the breakdown of that vessel or after the breakdown of that sporangium, these sporangiospores are released out. So sporangiospores are endospores because they are developed inside a vessel or enclosed structure known as sporangium. Whereas in case of conidia, a stalk-like structure is present at one end of that stalk-like structure. time to time a small fragment is detached after maturity, detached and developed and that act as a conidiospore. So conidiospores are exogenous spores. Okay, sporangiospores are endogenous spores. Zoospores are also developed inside a vessel-like structure, but the difference between sporangiospores and zoospores is both are endogenous. That is the common feature between sporangiospores and zoospores. But the difference is sporangiospores are non-motile spores, non-motile endospores, whereas zoospores are motile endospores. These are also produced inside a vessel-like structure that is known as zoosporangium. Zoosporangium. Inside that zoosporangium, zoosporangium structure lo form avutundi. Inside that zoosporangium, spores are produced, but those spores are motile with flagella. Those are with flagella. Those are known as zoospores. Here, one more type of reproduction is that is sexual reproduction. The main essence of sexual reproduction main essence of sexual reproduction is gametic fusion or genetic material exchange. So that sexual reproduction takes place, genetic material exchange takes place, or genetic material the gametic fusion takes place. The sexual reproduction is also by means of sexual spores. Sexual spores. Those different types of sexual spores are oospores, ascospores, bestiospores. Oospores are produced in case of Phycomycetes members, whereas ascospores are in case of Ascomycetes group of fungus, and bestiospores are sexual spores in case of Basidiomycetes members. So these are different types of sexual spores. Sexual spores are absent in case of Deuteromycetes members. Okay, these are sexual spores. One thing you have to remember in this context, oospores are produced inside oosporangium. That means they are endospores. Ascospores are also produced inside ascus. Okay, ascospores are produced inside ascus is the singular, asci is the plural. Okay, inside asci. Basidiospores are produced inside basidiae or basidium singular. Okay, basidiospores basidium lopala produce hotai. Okay, ascospores ascus lopala produce hotai. Oospores oosporangium lopala produce. Okay, even though bestiospores are produced inside basidium, they are released out as exospores because they come to the bestiospores basidium lopala nucleus form avutundi. Okay, only nuclear division takes place inside basidium, but the spores are released from the peripheral part of that basidium. So those are considered as exospores. So bestiospores are exospores, sexual spores. Ascospores are endogenous, exogenous sexual spores. These are endogenous sexual spores. Oospores are also endogenous sexual spores. Oospores are observed in case of Phycomycetes members. Ascospores are in case of Ascomycetes members. Basidiospores are in case of Basidiomycetes members. That is the difference. Here you can observe that is this is the fragmentation. Here this is the fragmentation. We can those fragments may not be same size or same type, so that is irregular. Whereas in case of fission here because of fission, the resultant individuals or resultant fragments are almost same size or same type, so that is known as fission. Whereas in case of budding, at one end a protuberance, a nod-like structure is developed after maturity. That nod-like structure known as bud is detached, separated out, and that develops into a new organism, new fungus. Conidiospores. Here this is conidiophore stalk-like structure. At the end of this stalk-like structure, these spores are developed, or in the form of chains. Spores are developed. These are known as conidiospores, and this is known as conidiophore. Whereas here in this case, sporangiospores, here inside this is not clear. Inside the sporangium, spores are developed. Those are known as sporangiospores. Okay. These are ascospores. This is ascus. Inside ascus, ascospores are developed and they are released out after the breakdown of that ascus. Okay, those are ascospores. Bestiospores. Here, bestiospores, why they are considered as exospores? Because inside those nuclear division takes place, but those nuclei move to periphery and the spores are developed from the peripheral region or outside of that body. So they are considered as exogenous structures. Next, in fungi, say in sexual reproduction takes place in 3 phases. Okay, 3 steps. 3 steps lo jarugutundi. Those 3 steps are plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis. First of all, what is the body of fungus? Fungal body is a filamentous structure that is known as hyphae. Okay, those hyphae come to contact, a hyphae ane daggaraku vastayi, and those hyphae, the protoplasm of those hyphae fuse to form okay, fused to form a common chamber, that is known as, that fusion is known as plasmogamy. Protoplasm fusion, that is known as plasmogamy. Protoplasm will be fused but not nucleus, but not nuclei. So first step is plasmogamy, only protoplasmic fusion, but the nuclei are maintaining their individuality. Next, karyogamy. After that, okay, in the first step only protoplasm is fused. In the next step, nuclei are also fused, that is known as karyogamy. Okay, now that is known as karyogamy. Meiosis. Next, because of karyogamy or after karyogamy, what happened? Because of nuclear fusion, diploid nuclei are formed. Diploid nuclei are formed. In those diploid nuclei, meiotic division takes place. And haploid spores are formed. Because of meiosis, from each cell or each zygote, how many spores are produced? Because of meiosis, 4 spores are produced. So these are the 3 steps in sexual reproduction. Because of plasmogamy, that means only protoplasmic fusion without nuclear fusion, okay, dikaryon or dikaryotic phase is observed. That means within the same chamber, 2 nuclei are present. Without their fusion, 2 nuclei are individual, they maintaining their individuality. So that is known as dikaryotic phase. This is in sexual reproduction, 2 haploid hyphae come together and fuse. In some fungi, fusion of 2 haploid cells immediately result in diploid cells. That condition is in case of Phycomystis members. In Phycomystis members, both plasmogamy and karyogamy, that means protoplasmic fusion and nuclear fusion takes place at a time, simultaneously takes place. So immediately that result in diploid cells. Whereas in case of Ascomystis and Basidiomystis members, plasmogamy, karyogamy different. That means first only plasmogamy takes place, later only nuclear fusion takes place. So in Ascomystis and Basidiomystis members, a dikaryotic stage or dikaryo phase is observed, that is N plus N condition. 2 nuclei are present within the same chamber, but they are separate. Okay, so that condition is known as N plus N condition is known as dikaryo phase. That stage is known as dikaryo phase, and that cell is known as dikaryon. Okay, that cell is known as dikaryon. Later nuclei are fused, then diploid. Okay, now that is not considered as dikaryon. Now that is considered as zygote. Okay, now here you have to remember carefully, that is after zygote formation, meiosis takes place. As a result of meiosis, spores are formed. Before that, we have to remember that is after karyogamy, each filament is with diploid condition. Okay, all those filaments with diploid nucleus, together form a compact structure known as fruiting body. అంటే ఏంటి అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి ఫంగైలో చాలా హైఫై ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయినాయి సెక్షువల్ రిప్రొడక్షన్ లో. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయినటువంటి హైఫై అన్ని కూడా ఏమైంది, డిప్లాయిడ్ కండిషన్ లోకి మారినాయి, అంటే డైకారియో ఫేజ్ లోకి డైకారియాన్ లాగా మారినాయి. సో those dikaryotic hyphal filaments together form a compact structure known as fruiting body. Each dikaryon or each diploid hyphae act as a ascus or what is that, basidium. ప్రతిది కూడా ఒక బేసిడియం లాగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఆ బేసిడియం అన్ని కలిపి అంటే ఆ ఫిలమెంట్స్ ఆ హైఫై అన్నిటిని కలిపి ఒక ఫ్రూటింగ్ బాడీ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. దోస్ ఫ్రూటింగ్ బాడీస్ ఆర్ నోన్ యాజ్ ascocarps or ascocarps. In case of Basidiomycetes, fruiting bodies are Basidiocarp. అంటే చూడండి ఇక్కడ Basidiocarp is the fruiting body in which so many dikaryotic filaments are present. Those dikaryotic filaments, somewhat bulged dikaryotic filaments inside Basidiocarp are known as basidium. Inside basidium, what are present? Diploid nucleus present. So inside that basidium, the diploid nucleus, that is zygote undergo meiosis to produce 4 spores. Those spores are basidiospores. Likewise in ascocarp is the combination of or compact structure of ascus, so many asci. Each asci consists of diploid zygote. In each diploid zygote, meiosis takes place and could result in the formation of 4 ascospores. So ascospores are produced inside asci of ascocarp. Basidiospores are produced inside basidium of Basidiocarp. Okay, so that is about fruiting bodies. There are 4 different classes in fungi. Those are Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. Okay, in detail, already we discussed about aseptate and cenocytic. Aseptate and cenocytic condition is observed in case of Phycomycetes members. Here, Phycomycetes members of fungi are also known as algal fungi. They are seen in the habitats like moist wood, decaying wood, moist and damp places. All these are the places or habitats where those Phycomycetes members are inhabiting or present. Some are act as obligate parasites. They only survive as parasites. So some are obligate parasites. For example, albugo, white rust causing albugo, that belongs to Phycomycetes only. That is an obligate parasite only on mustard plant. Example for these Phycomycetes members: Muca, Rhizopus. Rhizopus is also known as bread bowl, and albugo, which is a parasitic fungi on mustard that cause white rust. And here in this case of Phycomycetes members, what are the spores that are produced? Zoospores, asexual. Zoospores are the asexual spores. And what are the sexual spores in case of Phycomycetes members? Oospores. Oospores. Zoospores are motile. Next, Ascomycetes members. Ascomycetes members are commonly known as sac fungi because they form a sac-like structure known as ascus. And unicellular fungi, the only unicellular fungi is belongs to Ascomycetes group. Here the mycelium is branched and septate, and they are saprophytic. Some are decomposers, some are parasitic, or some are coprophilous. They are dung feeding. Okay, dung feeding, growing on dung. Here in case of Ascomycetes members, asexual reproduction takes place by conidia. Okay, conidia are produced on stalk-like structure known as conidiophore. At the tip of conidiophores, conidia are produced. Conidia germinate to produce new mycelium. Next, what are the sexual spores in case of Ascomycetes members? Ascospores. Ascospores are produced inside asci. Asci are present or asci together, aggregate together to form ascocarp. Okay. A process anta మనం మాట్లాడుకుందాం. Example for these Ascomycetes members: Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora. Neurospora is used in biochemical and genetic work. That is important one. Neurospora is used in biochemical and genetic work. And these Ascomycetes, edible fungi of edible forms of Ascomycetes group, Ascomycetes fungi are morels, truffles. Generally, edible fungi, mushrooms. Mushrooms belongs to Basidiomycetes. But edible fungi, eatable, these edible fungi of Ascomycetes members group are morels and truffles. Okay. Next, Basidiomycetes members. These are also known as club fungi. Basidiomycetes members are also known as club fungi. That Basidiomycetes group consists of mushrooms, bracket fungi, and puffballs. Bracket fungi, puffballs. These are bracket fungi. seems to be like brackets, and these are mushrooms, those are puffballs. Okay, they grow in soil, on logs, tree stumps, and in living plant bodies as parasites. Example, rust causing, smut causing fungi, or belongs to Basidiomycetes group. Mycelium is here also. Mycelium is branched and septate. Okay, branched and septate. Here, vegetative reproduction, generally asexual spores. Asexual spores are generally not found. That is important one. Asexual spores are not found in Basidiomycetes members, and vegetative reproduction is by means of fragmentation. That is the more common one. And sexual reproduction is usually 3 steps: plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis. Here, the fruiting body is considered as basidiocarp, and the spores, sexual spores, are basidiospores. Basidiospores are exogenous or endogenous? Exogenous. Okay, exogenous. Asexual spores are absent in Basidiomycetes members. Example for this Basidiomycetes group: agaricus, mushroom; Eustylago, smut causing Eustylago; and rust causing Puccinia. All these are belongs to Basidiomycetes. And mushrooms, these are generally edible. Okay, not all mushrooms, many mushrooms are edible. Next, Deuteromycetes. This is known as imperfect fungi because only their asexual or vegetative phases are known. No sexual phase is observed in case of Deuteromycetes members, Deuteromycetes group members. Okay, if any perfect stage, that is a perfect stage means here sexual stage. If any sexual stage is observed, that means when we are observing, or when we are finding, we are not aware of that sexual stage in that fungus, then immediately we will place that fungi into Deuteromycetes members. మనం చూసినప్పుడు దానిలో ఎటువంటి సెక్షువల్ స్టేజ్ కనిపించలేదు, దాన్ని తీసుకెళ్లి ఎక్కడ పెడతాం? Deuteromycetes గ్రూప్ లో పెడతాం. సమ్ అదర్ సైంటిస్ట్ ఆర్ మనమే ఇంకొక టైంలో దాని సెక్షువల్ స్టేజ్ ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేసాం. ఓకే, అబ్జర్వ్ చేసినప్పుడు Deuteromycetes గ్రూప్ లో నుంచి రిమూవ్ చేసేసి ఏం చేస్తాము? either Basidiomycetes group లో గానీ Ascomycetes group లో గానీ ప్లేస్ చేస్తాం based on their characteristics. Ascomycetes group members కి కామన్ గా క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఉంటే Ascomycetes group లో పెడతాం. సో అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే, in this case Deuteromycetes must possess, Deuteromycetes group అనేది ఏముంటుంది, వేటితో ఉంటుంది? that must possess only the fungi which are with asexual stages only. Okay, these are also act as either saprophytes or parasites. Majority are decomposers of litter and helps in mineral cycling. So out of these 4 groups, which is most commonly involved in mineral cycling? Deuteromycetes group members. Example for this class: Alternaria, Colitotrichum, and Trichoderma. ఈ ట్రైకోడర్మా అనేది మనకి మైక్రోబ్స్ ఇన్ హ్యూమన్ వెల్ఫేర్ లో వస్తుంది బయో కంట్రోల్ ఏజెంట్ గా. ఓకే, Colitotrichum cause red rot of sugarcane. Alternaria that cause early blight of potato. Late blighter Phycomycetes member, that is Phytophthora infestans. Phytophthora అనేది late blight ని cause చేస్తుంది. Alternaria early blight. Next, the 4th kingdom according to Whitaker's 5 kingdom classification. 4th kingdom is Plantae. That is Plantae. ఇక్కడ మనం నెక్స్ట్ లెసన్ ప్లాంట్ కింగ్డమ్ సెపరేట్ గా చదువుతాం, బట్ ఇక్కడ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ వరకు చూద్దాం. అంటే ప్లాంట్ కింగ్డమ్ లో లేకపోతే ప్లాంటేలో ఏమేమి యూజ్ చేస్తాం, ఏమేమి ప్లేస్ చేస్తాం? యూకారియోటిక్, యూని ఆర్ మల్టీసెల్యులర్, క్లోరోఫిల్లస్, ఫోటోసింథటిక్. ఓకే, ఫోటోసింథటిక్, cellulosic cell wall containing organisms. Those are placed under Plantae. So they are eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organisms with cellulosic cell wall. Some plants are partial heterotrophs. They may act as either saprophytes or insectivorous plants or parasites. So కొన్ని ప్లాంట్స్ మనకి ఇన్సెక్టివరస్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, అవి ఎలా యాక్ట్ చేస్తాయి? పార్షియల్ గా హెటరోట్రోఫ్స్ గా యాక్ట్ చేస్తాయి. వేరస్ పారాసైట్స్, కంప్లీట్ పారాసైట్ అయితే కంప్లీట్లీ హెటరోట్రోఫిక్, ఇన్కంప్లీట్ పారాసైట్ పార్షియల్లీ హెటరోట్రోఫిక్. సో అలాగే there are some plants, saprophytic plants. Okay, those are also heterotrophic. They are very rare. Most commonly, plants are autotrophic. The plant kingdom includes algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Out of these, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, these three are lower group, and gymnosperms and angiosperms are higher plants. Gymnosperms and angiosperms are higher plants. We can discuss about these all groups in detail in the next lesson. Life cycle kuda plant kingdom lo maatladadam. We can discuss in later topic. Animals is the Animalia is the last kingdom according to Whittaker's classification. These animals are multicellular, heterotrophic, okay, heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms without cell wall, eukaryotic, multicellular, heterotrophic organisms. Here the points here you have to remember are they are directly or indirectly depends on plants for food, because they are heterotrophs. They directly or indirectly. Directly on plants, what are those animals? Herbivores. Indirectly, carnivores. Next, they digest their food in their internal cavity and store food reserve as glycogen or fat. So, what is the reserve food material in case of animals? Glycogen or fat. Whereas in case of plants, what is the reserve food material? In case of plants, reserve food material is starch. Starch. In some plants, inulin, but most commonly, starch is the reserve food in case of plants. Here animals mode of nutrition is holozoic, completely by ingestion. So that is ingestion type of food habit, that is also known as holozoic type of nutrition. They have a definite growth. That means after attaining certain age, they stop their growth. Stop their growth means here the number of newly produced cells is equal to the number of equal or less than more than less than the number of dead cells or the cells dying. Okay, చచ్చిపోయేటువంటి cells కన్నా కూడా cells కి ఈక్వల్ గా గాని లేకపోతే తక్కువగా గాని ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయి new cells. Okay, so after attaining age, thereby negative growth is observed after certain age. Higher forms like mammals show sensory and neuromotor mechanism, highly developed sensory and neuromotor mechanism. Most of them are capable of locomotion, but there are some sedentary forms like hydra. Sexual reproduction in case of animals is by copulation, that is a contact between male and female, followed by embryological development inside egg or inside a womb. Viruses, viroids, prions, and lichens, these are not mentioned in any kingdom of 5 kingdom classification. 5 kingdom classification lo ఏ kingdom lo kuda వీటిని మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. Viruses, viroids, prions are non-cellular and not truly living, because there is no cellular organization, there is no own metabolism, so they are they are non-cellular, not living organisms. And here viruses have inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. Outside the living cells, they are just like a particle, just like a rock piece. Okay, whereas inside the living cells, they become active and they will multiply and they will increase the number of their own kind. Viruses are obligate parasites. Okay, when they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of host cell to replicate themselves and killing the host, and they cause diseases to different organisms like plants, animals, and other groups. Ionovsky discovered the virus, and Ionovsky gave the term virus also. Okay, according to new textbook. Next, here there are different viruses. Those viruses are tobacco mosaic virus. Diagram important. This is the RNA. RNA is the core part in tobacco mosaic virus, that is surrounded by number of protein subunits. Those protein subunits are known as capsomeres. Overall, that structure resembles like a rod like this. Okay, under electron microscope or ultra structure seems to be like this. Beijerinck demonstrated that the extract of infected plants of tobacco could cause infection to healthy plants. Extract of infected plants cause infection to healthy plants. So he considered that as Contagium vivum fluidum. So Contagium vivum fluidum, that is given by, that statement is given by Beijerinck. W.M. Stanley showed that viruses could be crystallized. So first viruses are crystallized by Stanley. And in those crystals, what is the main portion? What is the bulk portion? Protein. And a little amount of genetic material also present, but the main bulk portion is protein. That's what he mentioned. Virus genetic material may either RNA or DNA, but not both. Virus consists of either RNA or DNA, only one. Generally, plant viruses consist of RNA, for example, TMB. There are some animal viruses which are also with RNA, for example, HIV. So RNA containing viruses, example, tobacco mosaic virus and HIV. Whereas bacteriophages, viruses which infecting the bacteria, generally possess DNA. Animal viruses are also possess DNA as the genetic material. Animal viruses lo kuda genetic material DNA untundi. Next, viroids. Viruses cause different diseases like mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, AIDS. Like these different diseases caused by viruses. In case of plants, also viruses cause different types of diseases like tobacco mosaic disease. Okay. Next, viroids. The term viroids discovered by T.O. Diner, and viroids consist of only RNA, low molecular weight RNA. No protein is present in viroids. Viroids cause smaller than viruses, and viroids cause diseases in case of plants. For example, potato spindle tuber disease. Potato spindle tuber disease caused by viroid. Viroid consists of only RNA. Prions. Without RNA or without DNA, without genetic material, they consist of only proteins, but they are infectious. They are similar to size of viruses, that is not mentioned in NCERT. Okay, they cause different diseases like bovine spongiform encephalopathy, that is BSE, that is to cattle, and that is also known as mad cow disease. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy, that is also known as mad cow disease, and that also cause Creutzfeldt-Jakobson disease in humans. In humans, Creutzfeldt-Jakobson disease, that also caused by prions. Lichens. We discussed in previous one, that is lichens are the symbiotic association between fungus and algae, fungi and algae. That symbiotic association is lichen. In that symbiotic association, algal component is known as phycobiont, whereas fungal component is known as mycobiont. Okay, fungi is a heterotrophic, algae is autotrophic. What that indicates? Phycobiont provide food to mycobiont. Mycobiont provide shelter and what is that? Water to, or absorption to that phycobiont. Lichens are very good pollution indicators. They do not grow in polluted areas. Okay, that is about lichens. That is about biological classification.